Hello, all of you. So let's quickly discuss the remotely invigilated exams, the new rules for the upcoming April 2025 IFOA diet. So as we all know that from April 25, the pattern of examination is changing and we are moving towards invigilation based exams, although it's still home based exams. But IFOA has given you few rules and regulations. It's a very easy process, very easy application, but there are a new few things which has changed. So quickly giving you an update on that. You all can also read this particular document. Just search this name on your Google and it will give you the first PDF. So download, it's a 6-page PDF. You all can quickly read it out. For your convenience, I am making a quick video on this as well, right? So first of all, now in this case, you need to have a proper ID proof. Also, before moving ahead, make sure that once you log in into your IFOA portal, like the IFOA login ID, you put in your login ID password and you log in into that. The details, your email ID, your phone number, make sure these two details are up to date. So if you're using maybe your mother's phone number, your father's phone number, anyone else, any of your guardian's phone number, make sure you change it and keep it your own, or any phone number which you have the mobile phone of. So this thing is one important thing that needs to be updated. And secondly, your email ID, don't use any email ID which is not accessible to you right now. So this you can change. All right, now you will be needing either a driver's license or a passport, or you can have any government issued ID card. For example, in India, Aadhaar card we use. It's better that you have, it can be Aadhaar card, it can be PAN card, it can be voter's ID card, or it can be passport or driver's license. Driver's license and passport, if you have these, then please do opt for using these rather than using Aadhaar card or anything else, because these will be great, right? Using these will be great. Make sure your photo is like your face right now and the photo on that particular government ID proof is similar. It's not very that you're using a very old photo. Maybe you have your passport in which the photo looks similar, something like that. You need to keep it ready. You cannot use a Xerox copy of that. It needs to be original document. Make sure it's a original document. All right. Okay. So there are a few rules and regulations. So if you are sitting for your examination, make sure you're sitting alone in an exam room. You are sitting on a table and a chair. You cannot sit on a sofa, couch or bed. This is what they have mentioned. And you need to use a single monitor. You cannot have multiple monitors. Maybe in one monitor you're opening something. No, you cannot have that. You have to use a single monitor. And there should be no electronic devices like tablets, your iPads, smart watches is completely not allowed. Earphones or headphones, this is also not allowed. So anything, if you're using earphones or headphones, it's not allowed. You cannot have any kind of USB devices and cameras. So these are the basic restrictions which are there on the devices, right? You can use a desktop or a laptop or a monitor. You can have a additional keyboard if you want to use. Maybe there are students who use, along with the laptop, they have an extended keyboard. You can use that, no problem. You can use a mouse. Calculator can be of any model. So earlier when we used to have a restriction on the when it was a center-based examination, we used to have a restriction on the type of calculator. That's not there anymore, which is also not there since a very long time now. So you can use any calculator. It's not needed that it needs to be the calculator that we use always. Again, you can have a digital or an analog watch, but please make sure you don't wear it on your hands. You have to keep it on the table. I will suggest not to use anything, because on your screen you have the time, right? So you don't want any kind of additional watches, or maybe it's smartwatch or whatever. You can have a printer for those who want to print out their exam paper, but again I will suggest it takes a little bit time to print the paper and everything, so don't do that. Get used to of not using hard copies at all, right? So don't use that. If you want, you can have a printer as well. That is what they are saying. You can have a mobile phone in the room, but it should be out of your reach. You cannot use it, so it should be completely out of your reach. I will suggest don't keep it in the room. Since what they are saying, why they are suggesting you can have it in the room, if there is any situation wherein you have to give a quick emergency call to IFOA, in such a case you can have it. You can store all the IFOA numbers. All the IFOA numbers, mail IDs, everything is there in the examination handbook. I will be making another video for that, so you can refer that as well. For that, you can have your mobile phone. Make sure it's out of your reach. It's in the silent mode. Maybe keep it in airplane mode, whatever it is, but please make sure that it's silent, right? Okay. So another thing is that okay, one more thing, if you're talking anything on your cell phone to the examination team, to IFOA, to the proctor, whoever it is, you do it in front of your laptop and it's completely audible. So your microphone should be on and it's audible in the recording, like it's audible to the proctors as well, right? And that should be only in the case when there is any mitigation or there is any system default or any such kind of thing. You can also have a glass of water. Make sure, try to have a transparent glass of water. It's not mentioned, but I will suggest doing that. You can have some fruits or biscuits. You can keep it aside, if you need any snack in between. And you can have some A4 size papers, but they are saying only 2 sheets. So you just need 2 sheets. I don't think in any of the paper you need more than that. So just keep a 2 A4 size paper. You can have a pen, pencil, whatever you want along with that. Right, apart from this, it's important that you use a single monitor itself. You cannot have multiple monitors. You cannot have an external monitors. You can have an external monitor, but in that case, again, the laptop screen should be closed. So if you're connecting it through the laptop and you're using a bigger external screen, make sure your laptop screen is off. Getting into all of these first, I will not recommend. Use a single device. I think that's best. That's there. Apart from that, make sure you are meeting all the hardware requirements. All the hardware requirements are mentioned in the handbook. Now, what all are the additional things that you will be needing? You need obviously exam paper, which you need to download from at that time. File Explorer is nothing but this. So this is a file explorer where you get all the files and everything. Microsoft Word you can use Excel, R Programming, RStudio for CS1B and CS2B. You can have a pre-exam materials which you generally get in CS1, CS2B and CP3 examinations. You can have your handbook. I don't think it will be very important. It's only for the contacts part that you need your handbook. So you can have it ready. You can have a hard copy of IFOA table book. So the table book which you use, you can have a hard copy of that with yourself. Or you can also have a digital copy, which is this must be opened in a local PDF format only and not via web browser. So you can have a PDF of table book if you have it, and you can open it through a file explorer. You cannot open it. So for example, I'll give you this is the rules PDF opened in the file explorer. Right, it's in the local PDF format. And if you see over here, I have the same thing, but this is in a Chrome. This is in a web browser. This is not allowed. This is not allowed. You can open it in your local PDF format. So this is allowed, right? I think this is also not allowed because this is also on Microsoft Edge. So you can have a Adobe Reader or something like that. I think this is also not allowed. Yes, I missed this. This is also on the Microsoft Edge. So you cannot have on any, you cannot open the PDF in any of the web browsers, Microsoft Edge or Firefox, whatever you're using. If you're using Chrome, you have to open it through Adobe or any other, PDF format that you're using. You can have a printed exam paper. So if you have a printer, you can quickly print it out. you cannot move a lot, so it needs to be there beside you, the printer. You need to print and get it. You cannot move anywhere. After getting the exam paper, you can like once you have the soft copy of exam paper, you cannot move. So make sure it's nearby. You cannot move after that. Okay, so these the candidates are not permitted to use Chrome. You cannot open, you cannot go through any websites. You actually cannot open Chrome. Try not to use Chrome at all. You cannot have your notes, textbook, past papers, digital notepads, anything. You cannot. It's a completely closed book examination. Apart from calculator and your table book, you cannot have anything else. Right? Okay. So if you face any issue while downloading your exam paper, you can contact the IFOA through your mobile phone. Contact details are given in the handbook quickly, and that needs to be done in front of the camera. They will give you a code. They might send you the exam paper through your mail ID, which you can download, and they'll give you an access code. Make sure you have that access code to yourself, because in the worst case scenario, when you are not able to download the paper from the platform itself, then they have suggested that you can call them, you can ask them for an access code and ask them to send you the exam paper in your mail ID. Don't call anyone else, your friends, your family or the mentors. No, just straight away call the IFOA team. On your mobile phones, you can store your all the IFOA contacts which are given for ease, right? Or you can also have the email ID marked as star in your email. All the IFOA mail IDs, just mark it as a star so that you can quickly contact them. Alright, so this is done. There are a few rules and regulations that you need to keep in mind. You cannot talk. Make sure you start within 30 minutes of your exam time. If you're starting late, then they will not allow you and you will be considered absent. So if my start time is 2 p.m. IST, then you need to start within 2 to 2:30. Obviously, why will you delay your examination? It's nothing that if you're delaying your examination, if you're starting at 2:15, you will get additional 15 minutes. No, nothing as such. You need to start within that half an hour. If you're not, then you will be considered as absent. So in this case, I'll give you a quick gist. There is one particular application that they are using, which is known as Guardian browser or Garden browser. You need to download that. The link of that is given in the handbook. I will be covering in that another video. Download that and it will have, you will see, you will be able to download the exam paper from there. Also, there is something called as start proctoring. Now in IFOA, there is no live proctoring, meaning there is no person sitting over there like who is looking what you are doing, right? There is no live proctoring in case of IFOA. What they are doing is they are recording the your entire exam. So all your facial movements, whatever you are doing, your background, your voice, everything is being recorded. So make sure that you click on that start proctoring button. The moment you click, the proctoring will start. Minimum of 85% of your exam should be recorded. Obviously, you don't have to stop it in between. If you do that, they will count it as plagiarism or wrong action that you have taken. So once you start, just keep it, just leave it. You don't have to turn it off, right? This is one thing. If you lose your internet connection for a time, maybe for a minute or two in between, it will be logged out you will be logged out of your platform. But again, once you get the connectivity, you will be logged in. But yes, if you're logged out for a very long time, then you might be considered as absent and it might be, your exam might be considered as null and void. But so make sure you have a good internet connection for those 3 hours 30 minutes. Using your mobile hotspot, all those things will not work. Please make sure you have a good internet connection for the entire exam time. All right, you must be in the view of the webcam. As I mentioned, you cannot move through anywhere else. Even to get a printout of your paper, you cannot move. What they have done, they have given you 5 minutes break. So they have given you 2 5 minutes break. You can take, but obviously if your exam is 3 hours 20 minutes, if you're taking 2 5 minutes break, you're losing out 10 minutes. You will be left with 3 hours 10 minutes. I don't feel taking a break is very important. Maybe one break for a washroom break is fine, but otherwise I don't think you need that. So if you are taking a break, it needs to be in the webcam. You are clearly saying that I am taking a 5 minutes or a quick break. And you say it and then you leave and you need to come back in that 5 minutes. If it's more than that, again, it's considered null and void. So make sure you have it. Again, deliberately, if you are, hiding yourself from the webcam, or you are, doing some screen sharing, or there is some deliberately you're turning off the audio so that no one can hear you, your voice is not getting recorded, doing all those stuff will again be considered your exam will be cancelled, right? So don't do all those kind of things. Make sure you're not opening any kind of web browser or all those kind of stuff. Don't try to disconnect. So if you feel like this is something which some of you might do, you might just simply remove the internet connection, you might switch off the Wi-Fi or whatever you are doing. If you're doing that and if it's happening multiple times, then definitely it will be considered null and void, and like they will understand that you are doing it deliberately. It's whatever you're doing on the screen is being recorded. So please make sure that you don't do any such kind of rubbish things, right? Additional monitor, as I mentioned, talking continuously. So also make sure you're sitting in a quiet room. Please tell it at your home that no one is, talking loudly outside, just like I received a phone call right now. So please make sure it's in the silent mode. No one is talking loudly. There is no television sounds coming inside the room. Please make sure at your home or from wherever you're giving your examination, just tell them to please be silent for the next 3.5 hours. Alright, smoking, vaping, wearing sunglasses, smart glasses, wearing a watch, all these things, if you're continuously, opening few drawers or doing those kind of stuff, again, not allowed. That is why I said, if you need a water bottle, a snack, everything should be there within your limits, right? You cannot move out of your webcam and you cannot open a few things. You cannot go there and take a paper printout. No, all those stuff is not allowed. Continuously looking away from your screen or looking under your desk is not permitted. For example, even though, so this is something which is a little weird. For example, if I'm, doing any kind of workings, so obviously I'm looking down, but please make sure that the webcam is visible, that you are writing something. You are not continuously, and it's not continuous that for 10 minutes only I'm working. No, obviously if you're doing any working, it will not be more for more than 2-3 minutes, 2 minutes, because at the end of the day you are doing everything typing, right? You're typing everything, so you don't have to make notes for more than a minute. So don't do that you're continuously looking down, looking somewhere else, talking. All those things are completely not allowed. Loud music coming in, those things, someone coming inside the room and shouting, don't do that. Please make sure you have locked your doors and everything. So this is all for your exam rules. In my next video I will be talking about the handbook, and if you guys have any doubts, you can mention it in the comments. We'll be definitely taking all the doubts and everything, but please follow these rules. And the Guardian browser which we are talking about, it's there in the handbook. You have to click on the link, download and check. So it's very easy, it's very cool. Just that now when you are preparing for your examinations, make sure you prepare as if it's a closed book. Don't consider keeping or thinking that okay, I have this in my notes, I have this there, so ye mujhe yaad nahi karna ya whatever. Don't do all those kind of things. Consider it's a normal examination that you took in your college or in your school. And yes, good to go. All the best. Please make sure you also see the handbook video. Thank you.